Your music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
You can't look at these niggas and think you adapting to that. Oh, you know, I'm being different because I'm a California nigga acting like an Atlanta nigga. No, you just a hoe ass sellout. You not no different nigga. You's a bitch ass nigga, and they think you a bitch ass nigga, and I think you a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Everybody think you a sucker. So just the 2-3 niggas around you that sucking your dick got you confused. Cause as soon as you step out here and you present ourselves in front of us, we're gonna look at your ass and your shit is gonna be trash.
Right.
We don't want to hear no California nigga trying to make drill. The fuck are you doing?
Fuck that
That's
shit.
some Chicago nigga shit. And it's more or less a disrespect to what they go through and that created that shit.
I think so too.
It's not about can you emulate them niggas. Bitch, that ain't your life.
Yeah.
That ain't your fucking life.
Yeah. I totally 100% agree, and I feel like running from that shit is what got us to this point where we even have to discuss it. Yeah. Like when I hear it, and I definitely hate to hear from people outside of California even having to talk about it. Like, I feel like it's an in-house discussion outside of niggas like you telling us now, you need to know, nigga, you're not a trap artist. Yeah. Nigga, you from here, nigga.
You sell dope.
You sell dope, nigga.
Not a trap party.
Nigga, you ain't never been in a trap house.
Cause you got a spot.
Yeah, you got a spot.
And I do think some terms go mainstream. I'm not mad at
yeah.
Just like Crips. I mean, I can't just say I only respect Crips in California because I started going across the country. I'm seeing Crips everywhere, so I respect nigga. If a nigga banging, you got my attention.
What was the first banging you seen outside of Cal? Was it banging in Little Rock?
For sure. And that nigga got hit with that K and that nigga whole arm chunk was off. I was like,
them niggas banging.
It's crazy.
Banging in Little Rock.
An HBO special called
I was like, is this shit serious?
And that nigga got hit with that K, that bullet, you know, the K bullet's tumble.
Yeah.
Knocked a chunk out of Cuz arm. And I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? But even going out of town, man, like, I shot a video in New York with all the Crips in New York, like 300-400 Crips in New York. Man, them niggas not playing.
Yeah.
So I do think some things go culture, like the term trap. I'm not mad at you calling your spot a trap now. That's cool. That's mainstream.
But Glasses, how do it feel to have lived through an era where Tim Dog was actually being paid attention to watching these niggas gangbang? This nigga said, having that gang war, we want to know what the fuck you fighting for.
I love it.
Fighting over colors, all that gang shit's for dumb motherfucker. Nigga, the whole New York gangbang.
Love
the
it.
entire
so this is
shit.
So this is why I'm a dirtbag as LA nigga, because I smile.
Right.
We was headed for self-destruction, nigga. Welcome. You're welcome. You know what I mean? So, and that's probably a raggedy street nigga ethic thing. I gotta change. I still gotta change. Still got some more growing to do. But you know what I mean? Like, you just reorganize under a new name. I mean, whatever extra. It's weird to me when they start taking the situations like beefs and then bringing them out there to a bunch of other niggas they don't know. That's just crazy. You niggas is too committed.
Yeah,
that's method. Like, you in. I was out there, niggas was like, yeah, you know, you fuck with them niggas from neighborhood, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, you tripping. Like,
I mean, like, I ain't finna hang out with you niggas no more. You niggas is trying to take on some hoes.
Yeah, y'all trying to take on shit y'all don't know nothing about.
I'm in Jersey and a nigga like on G.O. and I'm like, nigga, I know George.
Man.
Nigga. Like, and I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. You niggas is committed. And
come on, man.
So I respect it. But again, it does have to be a genuine thing. It cannot just be you emulating. And their relationships with their friends is real. It's a real thing. So however they retitle it, don't matter to me.
I want to transition into this from that because something I was going to bring up about meeting your heroes or West Coast legends or people you looked up to, Ice Cube. And I think about, while we talking about this, it made me think about my summer vacation.
Sure.
And I was thinking about, like, if we did content the way that we do content now, how great that content would have been to see what story he told, you know what I'm saying, about how he did that, right? And how they did that and how gangbanging, because I believe every time I hear something, it's a California nigga going somewhere, getting some money, and turning the niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always thought that was a brilliant song. Shout out to Ice Cube. I think, in my personal opinion, if I hope this he don't take it like he took your opinion, but in my personal opinion, if Ice Cube had stopped making music at one point, he would have been top 5 rappers of all time.
That's fair.
I felt like some of the music after that legendary shit was, you know what I'm saying? Like some of that I just wasn't into. Like Helter Skelter was different. Like
you know what's funny? I look at it like I've told Deuce this personally, and I'll say it out loud. It's like I think Snoop put a different pressure on the game, and I think what Snoop did when it comes to Ice Cube, because Ice Cube obviously was the dominant presence.
he was the nigga. He was the number one
all
rapper
the way
at one time
until Snoop Dogg popped on the
Yeah.
scene, right? He was the dominant presence, and I think it made Ice Cube become a much better songwriter. Like I think Prime Ice Cube is like a premier MC. You hear him rapping and shit, you be like, this nigga's
incredible. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he'll have songs like My Summer Vacation where the MC part of the storytelling is really where you hold the candle.
Right.
His view into culture and perspective, cause was MCing and you
Right.
like, man, this nigga's. But when Snoop came and Snoop really did this thing for songwriting that rap had never had. Rap never had. LL had glimpses of it. You know what I mean? Couple niggas, but it never was these great records.
Right.
Like Snoop. When Snoop came in The Chronic and then Doggy Style, like you gotta remember hip hop went to a whole nother level.
Whole nother level.
And I think what's crazy is as it sounds, everybody else who fuck with Ice Cube gonna automatically say America's Most Wanted in Death Certificate. But to me, like when you got to The Predator, and even as late as War, the War and Peace disc, the War disc, West Side Connection, I think he became such a better and more complete artist as a songwriter. So he definitely reeled back so hard from MCing, you know what I mean? Because he just wasn't one line to the end, one line. It wasn't as Rakim as much as it was like really incredible songwriting.
Even the cadence.
Even then, like he would rhyme more.
Yeah.
He'd make it to where if you heard his first verse on the West Side Connection album, you know what I mean? That verse. How that shit start, Deuce? Bow down. The first thing.
How that shit go? The world is mine.
Yeah. The world is mine, nigga. Get back. Don't fuck with my strap. The gauge is racked. About to drop the bomb. I'm the West Coast Don. Big fish in a small pond. Now the feds trying to throw they book at the crook, but I shook. They worm and they hook.
Yeah.
Guppies hold they breath. They want to miss me when I'm tipsy. Running everything west side of Mississippi. It's the unseen pulling seams with my pinky ring. We got your woman pucker up before we fuck her up. Bow down before I make a phone call. Got 25 killers running up on y'all. For the cheese, we want the keys. Everybody freeze. On your knees. Butt naked, please. Before any of you guppies get hard. Nigga, rewind my part, fool, and bow down. The songwriting in that as an MC is incredible. And that's why he was so much more successful at that point. He had became like this really incredible songwriter, and you could catch everything he was saying. Versus if you listen to a bird in the hand or My Summer Vacation, whereas MCing was just overtly next level. Like he developed as a songwriter, not just as an MC. So I really hold that part of his career, as crazy as it sounds, better.
It's crazy because that's an interesting perspective. Because
it's the unseen pulling strings with my
I think
pinky
those
ring.
songs, those Bird in the Hand and all that shit, I think that's some of my favorite shit ever. But I now that I'm listening to what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. But it almost seems like ever since what was the remix with Mac 10? Can I roll with you? Now I'm on the run with a gun.
Yeah.
And this fool I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like
Pedal
to
the
me
floor,
that was it seemed like Mac 10 and Dub C was like a reigniting of like West Side Connection. Like them niggas, it seemed like Mac 10 put a new fire up on the Ice Cube.
Well, I think to his credit, Ice Cube is such a diverse type of MC as a rapper, right? It could be Eazy-E, and he write for he like, I'll write your life.
Right.
Like I could translate your life into flows and into bars.
Yeah.
And then like when he went solo, I think he was hella inspired by like Chuck D. So then he took what Chuck D does and like made it way more gangster and way more unapologetic. And then Cam came in his life and kind of, Brother Ron and certain people, and then he started really getting into his blackness.
Y'all be sleep on Cam.
You know what I'm saying? He started getting into his blackness, but his translation of the culture itself was amazing. And then Mac 10 brought him back to a street level to where he felt comfortable. But his ability to translate, and as he progressed over the years. It's funny because I heard an interview where he said every top MC has a 3-year run. But them type of guys like him, he had a 10-year run.
10-year run.
Because he was able to adapt. You can't do the same thing for 10 years.
And only greats adapt. Like the greats keep going.
Prime example, like M shit was different because M pretty much had this gear and he made it work. It took longer for his second gear to kick in. But if you look at the Jay-Z's, the Ice Cubes, the guys who really keep on just fucking the game in two, you know what I mean? Like they really develop more as artists. So Cube, who was this phenomenal MC, became this phenomenal record writer, and that's probably gonna go down in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the next decade for sure.
And you know, it's an old adage that says, "Don't meet your heroes," right? And I watched all of the stories and heard the stories, and when you talking about meeting Ice Cube and how the miscommunication happened or whatever, and I look at that shit as like, I think younger niggas communicate like that, bro. Yeah. Like I hear young niggas saying how they feel all the time with no regard. Like it's like if you get older, I mean, you still a very blunt person. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
That's my problem.
Yeah, you very blunt, right? And I think I am too for the most part. And I think at this point people respect it, right? Because a nigga that say what's on his mind, that's the first thing he says, probably the nigga you can trust. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he's letting you know what it is from the rip, right? So. But you and when you were saying what was your exact quote? Don't let me get you say what you said.
I said it was somebody I looked up to. He just seemed scared to be in the element,
right?
And somehow that got taken as saying he was scared of me. In reality, he probably was just tired of who the fuck knows what was going on because I didn't ask him. And again, me telling Joe Budden's what I thought. See, it's one thing to tell people what I think. It's another thing to tell people what I feel. And that's the difference. I told Joe what I felt, not what I thought. I didn't have a thought because I didn't process the situation. And it made Q feel like, damn, this little nigga trying to make me like a mark. And I'm like, that's not the point. It's just, nigga, I grew up listening to your music in this capacity, so I think you're this kind of person. I know these kind of people. Right. So, you know, it's easy to be wrong. You know what I mean? And it was what it was, but you know, at that point, I think at this point, just like you said, I think he understands that. I think he understands my admiration. I think he understands my gripe, whatever I ever felt. But he also understands that there's a lot of love in what he does for me, what he means to me. So I think at this point, it's a thing where he respects. He's like, okay, I see what this little nigga is on. You know what I mean? Versus at first, where I was just this little crib nigga from 7th Street Watts that came from selling Sharm and wasn't making the greatest records. Who was this nigga to even be speaking on me?
Speaking on me, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So versus now where, like, I gave enough time in to earn everyone's respect about my opinion.
I think that the thing is too, like, I personally looked at it in a more deeper perspective too, because rappers go through shit, right? Yeah. And you're not a rapper first, right? So
I wasn't at that time.
At that time, so it's not easy to empathize with people, right? Because I had to learn this shit too, like, and I'm not talking about Ice Cube in particular, but just other rappers have been knocked out by OG gangster niggas. Yeah. They've been stripped and had their pockets ran in. Then niggas been chased all around town, and you better show up with this payment or nigga or else or. And I'm not saying Q went through that. Nobody. I don't know nobody's story in particular, but it took me a long time to empathize with that either, because I'm just a reactionary. Like, if that's happening to me, I just refuse to be victimized. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna die on the shit
right now.
Or it's just gonna go. Whatever's gonna happen.
Versus where if you have millions of dollars, right, and opportunities, you have to size it up different.
You have to think about it.
And that's the problem. I was talking to Charlamagne at the Breakfast Club. And he was like, "Glass, if you get tired of being a street nigga, or being in the streets," and I'm like, well, first off, obviously, nigga, I'm not in the streets all the time. Nigga, I fly state to state.
Right.
Sitting down doing conversations and putting out music. Right. But I said the morals, the problem with that, I really genuinely believe in the morale of street urban culture. Right. So I may live like that right now. Mm-hmm. Like if a nigga walked up in this motherfucker tripping, he might have to go all the way. Right. Now, I think Prime Glasses as a gang member, if a nigga come to take my chain, I'm not finna die over this chain anyway. Right. I'm gonna kill over this chain. Right. I don't give a fuck if you gave it back, I'm gonna kill. Now, that part may have disappeared. Right. Like if you took something from me you can have it. I'm not gonna argue with you to take it. You want this Bentley?
Right.
The niggas knew that. You want this Bentley, you can have it. It's gonna come with a lot of bullets. That's just how it's gonna go. Now today, if you return my shit, maybe you don't get the bullets. Because
Right.
now as an adult and as a mature man, I'm like,
Right.
giving you these bullets ain't worth going to jail because you gave my shit back.
Right.
But if you took my shit and you don't want to give it back, that's coming with bullets.
Right.
That ain't gonna never change. And I think that's the difference where me and Charlamagne was talking, that's in the streets.
Yeah.
Maybe the way C see it is like if you took something from him, he's like, yeah, I call the police.
Right.
I ain't that far removed.
Nah.
You finna get these bullets.
Nah, and
Because somewhere along the line, in your mind, you thought it was okay for you
it
to
was
take
sweet.
my shit.
Yeah. You thought that.
You fucking bitch ass nigga. You fucking.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna argue with you. Oh
Right.
man, nah, I don't want no problem here. This all you.
Right.
That bitch come with a lot of bullets.
Right.
I'm paying niggas and doing shit right off the rip. You finna get this work.
You
I don't
finna
even
get
want
this
it back
work.
now.
Yeah, I don't want it.
If you give it back, I might stop. But I'm not telling you if you give it
Yeah,
back, I'm gonna
yeah,
stop.
I'm gonna.
Stay all blue.
I'm just trying to stay racked up like you.
Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil